There are a lot of European flags, and so I have categorized them into three loose categories. First, les tricolores, the three-color flags, not exclusive to just three-color flags. First, the bar flags, like the three-color vertical flags, the three-color horizontal flags, but also with two colors like Poland or Latvia with two colors but in three stripes. All of these flags go into this stripe category basically. The next category are Croesau, crosses. These are generally Nordic or Germanic cultures, but not exclusively. And in the fourth category, emblems, flags which may have the tricolor or cross but have a symbol on top, or which are in another format. So those are the three categories that I've put flags into for this video. Now, in order to rank these flags, I have made a tier list. First, at the top, aesthetically beautiful. There will be only a few who make it into this category. Below that are the worthy ones. Tier 2. Those who make it into the worthy ones will have a runoff to see who makes it into aesthetically beautiful. Tier 3. This is where everyone begins, and most of the tricolor flags will remain there for your lack of imagination. Tier 4. Worthless. You might want to think of getting a new flag. Tier 5. The dung heap. Why did you even come up with this flag? Don't be offended if I cast your flag down. This is a bit funny. So let's begin. Oh, I've included all the nation states. I've included some or a few of those who are nations without states, like my country, Wales or Catalonia. But I cannot possibly include everyone. Europe is too diverse in its European tribal identity, so don't be offended if I left you out. Let's get started. La France. Probably the most famous of the tricolor flags, La France. This is just simple primary colors, very clear and obvious to its country, and a bold statement in a way. But it lacks imagination. Put something on your flag, like the fleur-de-lis. Well, I suppose that's a bit monarchist, but maybe that's what France needs sometimes. Anyway, there's not much imagination here, so you're staying where you are. Level 3. You can do better, France. Next. Italy. Now, I don't know why, but red in juxtaposition with green, on a flag at least, seems a bit good, I think. I'm going to put you up into the worthy ones, simply because there's a bit of taste to the color combination. Not that red and green is superior in any way to red and blue, but that in opposition to each other on the far ends of a flag, it just works better. Next one. Romania. The right side of this flag is a bit bright, and it's heavier in sight than the left. It's imbalanced. It's striking, so I'm not going to say that you're unworthy. But I'm sorry, Romanians, you can do better. Put a little badge on it. Do something. Okay? Belgium. This doesn't work. It's like the colors of a fire, but on its side. Fires don't burn to the side, so this is unworthy. Ireland. Orange and green are not really a good juxtaposition, in my opinion. I realize there's symbolism here for your history, but we're talking about aesthetics. Put a harp on it, a Celtic cross, to say that you are firmly a Christian nation with a round circle behind it. That would make this aesthetically beautiful. But at the moment, you stay where you are. You can do better. Germany. Now, oddly enough, for a tricolor flag, even though it's horizontal, it's a tricolor flag, and there's something good about this in that it's like a fire burning up and the smoke at the top. It's very expressive in that it gets darker going up, which I think took some thought. So at least for having thought, you make it to the worthy ones. Level 2, below 1. We'll see if you make it to 1 later. Lithuania. This is a very striking combination of colors. If there was a snake on it, that would be really good. It would reach aesthetic beauty. But when I look at this flag, I see incompletion. The work is not finished. So, as in other tricolor flags, you stay where you are. It's not good enough. You can do better. Bulgaria. This looks like a little tinsel wrap around candy. I'm sure candy would be tasty at the moment, but it's not beautiful. You're not worthy, but you are not unworthy. It does not offend me. Well, actually, it does a bit. The white needs to go down to separate these striking colors. This is not worthy. You go down to level 4. Hungary got the note, Bulgaria, from Italy. You did not. It separated these two striking colors with a calm, unexpressive white. And for that, I'm going to lift Hungary up to the worthy ones. We'll see if you make it afterwards to aesthetic beauty. Latvia. What are you doing? This is a stripe, a road marking, not a flag. This is unworthy. Level 4. You go down. Austria. Wait, how similar are you? You just want a wider stripe than Latvia. It's like a road sign of some kind that I don't understand. Level 4. Unworthy for a flag. Prussia. At least Prussia, old Prussia here, at least it tries. It's making an effort, unlike Latvia and Austria, to diverge these things, to add another color. And it has black and red, which is instilling of fear into its enemies. But you need something else in the center of the flag to let us know what you're trying to say with this piece. So 3, the middle tier. You can do better. You stay where you are. Armenia. Can we talk? I don't know what's going on here. The color combination just doesn't work. You are unworthy. Fix this. Next flag. Estonia. This looks like I'm walking into some kind of bondage fetish bar. This goes down to the dung heap. This color combination just does not work. Level 5 for you. Next. Luxembourg. The pale blue at the bottom, it removes the sense of regal nobility that you could otherwise have. It's not offensive enough to be unworthy. You can improve upon this. So, level 3, you can do better. Russia. You know, for a country of imperial tsardom and all of that fancy stuff, you could at least have a bear or a two-headed eagle or something glorious as an emblem upon your flag. This is very unimaginative. Now, you've got good, strong colors, as you would expect from Russia, but you need a cherry on top. Where is it? You need something on this flag. So, you can do better. Level 3. Denmark. No, Netherlands. There's a lot of these. You guys are very similar to Russia. I mean, marijuana is legal in Amsterdam. Why don't you put like a marijuana leaf on your flag or a waffle? This flag is incomplete. Put something regal on it because you have a royal family. That would be good. But for now, level 3, you stay where you are. This is Monaco, Poland. I mean, what's going on? This is just like a tablecloth. Dung heap. Bottom tier, both of you. I like the country of Ukraine, and by the way, I like Poland. Okay, Ukraine, better color combination than Poland or Monaco, but still very unimaginative. So you're just unworthy, but you're not that bad. Level 4. Czechia. Now, this wedge thing is to be praised. You're not an ordinary tricolor flag. However, just because you're a bit out of the ordinary, that does not make you beautiful. Innovation is not beauty. Level 3, you can do better, Czechia. I happen to like Cornwall, and this hurts me to say that you can do much better than this. This flag, it just feels like a graveyard. Now that could be quite intimidating to enemies, so I admire that, but it's still, for what Cornwall is, it's unworthy. Not just that you can do better, Cornwall. This is my own ancestry. This is unworthy. Level 4, Finland. See, I recognize that you're at least moving the cross over to the side, so it's not like looking at a window. But the white background is a bit blinding. I realize sometimes you get snow blindness walking in your country, and there's a lot of lakes, which may excuse the blue. But you need something else to bring out a bit of darkness in you. Level 3, you can do better. Sweden. Now, I recognize that you've actually fixed Finland's problem with the background, and the cross being on the side is a bit better. But the lack of a third color, the lack of something else, but the reason you don't make it to the worthy ones, Sweden, is because with this type of simplicity on a flag, I wouldn't be able to realistically have you compete for aesthetic beauty. It's not a bad flag. Is this the Faroes? Who is this? The Faroe Islands. The white blinds me. You use strong primary colors for your crosses, that is good. It's on the side, so it's not unworthy. It's not like looking through a window again. But the white background it doesn't complement the cross. You can do better. Tier 3. Iceland. Oh, this is poetic actually, because you're an island. The blue surrounds you. The red in the middle, you are a volcanic island full of snow and ice. Well, that's good. That is beautiful. You are worthy, Iceland. That is worthy. The blue restrains any radicalism that the red may suggest. We're not Marxists. That's good. You are category 4. You've been raised up to the worthy ones. Well done, Iceland. Norway. The red is quite aggressive, but the blue band is thick, so it's almost as if it's defying the radicalism to maintain order. I like this. A mirror image of Iceland, which is reflected in your history as well, and the fjords going into your country are blue. You're worthy, Norway. You go up to tier 4 to compete for aesthetic beauty. Shetland. Now I recognize you are surrounded by blue, but where Iceland surpasses you is it creates a twofold signature in what's being surrounded. Your simplicity lacks depth in this composition. Even though your cross is off-center, giving it a bit of depth, You're not doing yourself justice in being as much as you could be with this flag. So you stay where you are. Tier 3, you can do better, Shetland. Scotland. Well, this is unique, isn't it? It's tilted the cross, but it's kept a cross, which is itself traditional. So it's not a full rebellion against tradition, that's good. And it's kept the blue background to maintain a sense of order and duty and loyalty to the country. I like this. It's an incredibly astute mixture of order and tradition with a bit of playing around. But it's not getting out of hand. If there was red in this, it would have gotten too out of hand. We'll move you up to the worthy ones, Scotland, tier 2. The United Kingdom. This is a juxtaposition of more than one cross, which is remarkable actually, because it works in that the blue is restraining the other crosses and helping them create a sense of expansive grandeur and glory and monarchy, a sense of that feeling. I like it. Regardless of political opinion, we're not here for politics. This is a good flag. You are worthy, Britain. You go up to the worthy ones in tier 2. Next, Denmark. That's a bit red. I hope we're not being socialists. The cross is off center, that's good, but there's not a third color. There needs to be something to balance out the aggressive red color here. I'm gonna have to keep you where you are. You can do better. Croatia. You really bring out something here in that you have the 3 solid colors here, but you put a badge on top with multiple little meanings hidden in the crown above the checkers. That's good. You go up to the worthy ones, and we'll talk more about you in a minute. Corsica. This is exactly what you would expect from a little mountainous island rising up in revolt every once in a while, the fluttering bandana tied behind the head. Even though I don't like to raise up a flag that's only 2 colors up to the worthy ones, I think, okay, you go up to the worthy ones. Sardinia. It's like I'm looking at the flag of Corsica times 4 or through a kaleidoscope lens. This doesn't work. You have to come up with something of your own. No. This is going down to the dung heap. This offends me. Galicia. You have the light blue sash. You can imagine wearing a sword. And the crown above a royal blue emblem. The 2 types of blues bring out each other. The lighter blue underneath brings out the darker blue, with a bit of yellow and the golden crown, and just enough red to not be too bold. I think this is a good one. Worthy. Up to tier 2. Next, San Marino. I like the olive and, is that oak? The olive branch here, and the regal gold in the crown, and the blue. This is worthy of going up a tier. So you are into the worthy ones. Slovenia. A lot of thought went into this. The blue sky and the emblem, it kind of reflects the blue stripe, and then the mountain, white, reflects the stripe above it. The badge's rim is red, pointing down at the red stripe, with little twinkles of stars. And it's positioned away from the center so as to not be too bold. You are worthy, Slovenia. We'll put you into the final contest. Malta. At least you tried with a cross. Enlarge the cross, make it bigger. You can do much better. In fact, this is unworthy. Tier 4. The Isle of Man. The emblem is bright. It has yellow and white. Putting that on a red background does it injustice. It's too assertive for a composition. If this was green or blue, no, the red is too much. You can do better. 3. You can do better with this. The emblem is good, but you can do better. Cecilia, the emblem is very pagan. I like the little wheat bits, or grain, or whatever it is. However, its colors are already sunny, and you've got yellow and red behind it. I realize you Sicilians like to speak loudly, but this is just too loud. Just calm down. You need to work on the back part. The emblem is fine, so category 3 you can do better. Brittany. Now, as my fellow Brythonic speaking country, I do care for you. We are brothers. But this looks like a medieval America. Like the United States founded in 1450. You need a third color. That's incomplete. In medieval times, yes, but you can do better. Tier 3. Greece. This looks like I was playing Tetris and the screen broke. You go to the dung heap, Greece. I'm sorry. Vatican. This is too bright, it offends me. But the key and the papal crown, this works. If the white background was maybe a royal blue, this would potentially be aesthetic beauty, but it doesn't work as it is. I'll leave you at 3. The color of the background doesn't work. So level 3, next. In a parliamentary democracy where we expect and respect order and calm, if an elected body wants to hold a referendum for peaceful transition of power to an independent state, that should be respected. And Madrid is not respecting the clear will of the people to merely hold a vote. So I do not respect Madrid, so I'm using this flag for Catalonia and not this flag. Now, as for the aesthetic quality of this flag, I like that the blue is calming things down. I guess I'm Northern European by this point, and it's just too glaringly Mediterranean for me. It's too bright. However, it's a good flag. The blue is good in its position in relation to the rest, but the stripes are too dominant for the blue to tame it, so you can do better. Stay as you are. Tier 3, Catalonia. Secalis. The color combination in this flag doesn't do you justice. I like the blue, it's calming, but the kind of gray and off brown, this is unworthy. Sorry, you go down to 4. Albania. Now the eagle thing is cool, but just having a silhouette of it on a red background, solid. The red is too dominant, and it looks like the logo is clouded out. I'm gonna put you into 3. You can do better. Basques, the Irukinia, the name of the flag. There's a lot of bright red, kind of. The green does hold it down and restrain it. That's good. But the white then is... Now, I admire your ambition, by the way, because this flag was chosen at a time when Britain was the greatest empire on earth, and you intentionally chose to emulate the British Empire to say that you are a country. Nice move, but that doesn't determine aesthetic beauty. It looks like I'm looking at a Christmas present. You're staying where you are, tier 3. You can do better. Sorry. Who is this? Andorra? So, you've got a tricolor here with a badge, and I'm glad you put the badge on. The badge itself doesn't work. That's the problem of this. It's drowning in the yellow. You made the effort. That's clear. So stay where you are. You can do better. Level 3. Moldova. I actually prefer your medieval flag. The bull there. You could do a lot more with the bull. Now I respect you've got the branches, the scepter, that's good. And I think you're a bit better than the Andorra flag. But you don't quite make it. You don't quite make it to the next level. Level 3, you can do better. Frisia. This is cute, like a little present with hearts all over it, and in primary colors. It's not offensive in any way. We'll lift you up to the worthy ones. This looks like I'm looking down a tunnel at a train coming my way. Sorry, Macedonia. This is Macedonia, right? Yeah. This is just too bright. It's too possible that this could be, like, Marxist. There's too much red. No, this is unworthy. We won't throw you on the dung heap, but this is unworthy. It's like I'm looking at a blood-soaked window, or 4 flags of surrender. Look, I'm not being biased towards you English just because I'm Welsh. Your flag is really unimaginative. It's just so basic that not only can you do better in it, and it's unworthy. England deserves a much better flag than this. If you're gonna have a white background, get like an oak tree or something. Dung heap, level 5 next. Georgia. We get it, you're Christian. I know that you fought like 5 Islamic empires to survive. Okay, and there's 5 crosses. But at least you made the effort to put something on your flag, so you need something more than crosses, right? Tier 4 unworthy. See, this is kind of what Albania should have tried to do, but not with this red color. The red is too intense. The emblem's fine, but the red is just too intense. You can do better. It's not unworthy because of the emblem, but the background needs something better. Next. Turkey. I don't think an Islamic religious symbol should be on a European flag. I'm just saying. Okay, aesthetically, the red is just... You need something else here. If the color of Islam is green, why not have a bit of green with it? Yeah, you need another color here. This is unworthy. Level 4. Liechtenstein. I like the royal emblem with the kingly blue behind it. The red being directly under it is... There is a clash. It's a good flag. But it's not quite in the realm of being able to compete for aesthetic beauty. Almost. Level 3. You can do better. Have you ever seen one of those puzzles where it says, here's part of an image, guess what the rest of it is? That's what Bosnia and Herzegovina's flag makes me think. This is just... No, I'm not gonna like go off on a rant and insult you. I respect you as a country, but dung heap, level 5, you go down. Next. European Union. This is a calm color. In the background is a calm color with this circle, which is emblematic, reflective of, or suggestive of, the Roman Republic. Intentionally, I think, which is quite striking. And the gold is the perfect supplement to the blue, the calming blue. This is a good flag aesthetically. Whatever your politics. You go up to the worthy ones. Next. Portugal. The red is almost overbearing, but the shield and the badge on it holds it down, refrains it with little bits of blue. and then green as a contrast. That's good. You are worthy, Portugal. We'll see you in the final round next. Serbia. A lot of thought went into this flag. The crown is resting just where the blue band behind the shield would have been under. And the wings of this double eagle thing are through the blue of the band behind it, not quite touching where the bottom stripe of the white would be, suggestive almost of like a snowy landscape where its feet are touching. The royal crown. You are worthy, Serbia. You go up to level 4. Next, Spain. This is quite an intrinsic, detailed badge, and it's almost too much for me. But where you place it on the middle band so that the two darker red bands bring it out, and then you put it over so that you have space to breathe from all this ostentation on the other side of the flag. Good. That's aesthetic knowledge, actually, to do that properly. Muy bueno, España. You go up to tier 2. The worthy ones. Belarus. What were you thinking? This is like an old woman's pantyhose. The dung heap. Level 5. Down you go. Cymru, Wales, my country. Now I must not be biased, but it must be said. Multiple votes across the world have multiple times elected this flag as the coolest. I like the green is actually preventing the red from being too glaring. And there's a lot of black in that dragon, which again prevents it from being too much. And the curves of the dragon actually really look good in the wind when this flag waves. It looks like the dragon standing upon grass with a misty sky behind it like Wales is. That's beautiful. You go up to the worthy ones. Cymru. Next. Switzerland. I feel whenever I look at this flag like I'm looking at a first aid box. Having an original shape and breaking convention does not make you aesthetically beautiful. I don't want a first aid box. Well, I do actually, just in case, but not on a flag. I respect you, Switzerland. I've met lovely Swiss people, but you can do better. Tier 3, do better. Sami. This is quite geometric. Being innovative and breaking tradition does not mean beauty. Blue. The blue, however, is counteracting that because that's the dominant color here. It's restraining all this wanting to break into new things. It's restraining it. I like that. The circle is calming. The green between is telling these primary colors, hold your horses, calm down. So you go up to the worthy ones. Slovakia, your flag is good, but the badge blends so much into the top stripe. It is not enough to go up. Tier 3, you can do better. So we have these flags who have made it to the worthy ones. How many will make it to aesthetic beauty? The first, Iceland. This blue is calming. Even the red in the middle of the white is reflective of the island's existence of Iceland itself. It restrains any sense of radicalism to give a sense of order and dignity. I like this. It is aesthetically beautiful. You are our first winner, Iceland. Well done. Norway. As much as you reflect Iceland in the other way, you reflect what Iceland is not, and that is getting a bit over the top. The red is a bit loud, just barely, too far. Sorry, you remain as one of the worthy ones. These three striped flags, Germany, Italy, and Hungary, they seem incomplete to me. Their combinations are good, but they need something on top to go up further. They are not aesthetically reaching beauty. Scotland. This is a very nice flag, and I like that it mixes convention and tradition with a small quirk of innovation. Very subtle. Very well done. But to truly be aesthetically beautiful, you would need something a bit paired or pretty at the center of this. Like a little thistle at the center, or maybe a small Kingdom of Scotland shield. You didn't make it past the worthy ones to aesthetic beauty. Scotland, I'm sorry. The United Kingdom's flag. This blue underneath these layers of crosses lifts them up into a layered structure, it's deep, it adds depth, it swims and it spins, it's expansive, and with the white there between it and the blue, it restrains any radical impulse in the red. It makes it vibrant and strong without being unrestrained. So Britain, the Union Jack, rises up to aesthetic beauty. Croatia. There is a single flaw in this flag, though it is a good flag. The badge, the top stripe bleeds into it, so you can't tell where one begins and the other ends, and what it does is it makes the badge merely into a flap that's hanging over the other two stripes, which causes the red to be too dominant. So, you are among the worthy ones, Croatia. Good flag. But you don't rise to the top of aesthetic beauty. Corsica. I don't usually like to say that something with just two colors could ever rise to the top, but they do. The bandana like fluttering in the wind, the detail of the creases in it to show the shapes of the man's head. This is a good flag. Aesthetically beautiful indeed. You win, Corsica. You're up to the top. Galicia. There is a reason why you win, and I need to compare the flag of San Marino here to show you the difference. San Marino has one kind of blue. You have two. You having the light color blue underneath the dark bulges up your crown and your badge and your heraldic symbolism to declare royal pedigree very firmly without allowing the red to get out of hand. It's restrained under and below blue with blue behind it of a different color. It's good. San Marino, on the other hand, it has probably a badge that I think is more beautiful than Galicia's badge, but the color behind it being the same blue, more or less, a similar light blue as that within the badge, causes it to be more flat. It doesn't push it up, it doesn't raise it up as a royal badge should be. San Marino does not make it into aesthetic beauty, but Galicia's flag does, because it uses blue in a way that's more mature aesthetically. Slovenia. This flag, the stripe below is like an inversion of the sky above the mountain, and the mountain below it of the sky, or the stripe above. I mean, I said this all before, and what I said before. It's subtle, even in the position of the badge, and the rim of it, almost like a wine cup reflected in light. It's exquisite. It's aesthetically beautiful. Well done, Slovenia. Friesland. This is a cute flag. It's just cute. A quaint little cherry you pick up and taste. But it's not a whole meal. It's not, there's an incompleteness here. Cuteness is not to the level of beauty. It's a good flag, but you're not at the top tier. The European Union. This flag is incredibly simple, but It uses a lot of hidden symbolism. This calm, royal blue, very dapper, with stars shaped like a Roman imperial kind of sense to it. There's a unity in it that's all-encompassing and asking for calm order underneath it. And that makes it beautiful. You rise to the top, European Union, in that contest. Portugal. I'm a bit suspicious of the red. It's a bit heavy, but the fact that it's underneath a shield with a badge on the top with dribblings of blue, it restrains it and has green to balance it on the other side. This composition is really a good work, very striking, as well with the lines underneath the badge on the shield. This is aesthetically beautiful. Next, Serbia. Now I went through a long explanation of what makes this flag good before. The crown and the eagle and the stripes corresponding to layers within the badge and the crown. That is aesthetically beautiful. España. There is one small defect in this beautiful flag. The badge, the emblem it's too ornate, it's too detailed and too small. It needs to be bigger and less clutter, because even with all the space on the right hand of the flag, it's still too much clutter on the emblem. 3 crowns. You don't need that many. We get the idea. I think it needs to be cleaned up, cleared up, simplified just slightly. And until you do so, you are merely among the worthy ones. A Tricolores, the red dragon. This is a great flag, and I'm not just biased. It has very good curves in the dragon which look exemplary in the wind. It manages to have something fierce and red without getting too extreme and too vulgar. It weighs it down with the green behind it. It brings it down. This is a beautiful flag. You rise up to aesthetic beauty. Wales. Diolch yn fawr iawn am wylio. Thank you very much for watching, and watch this video here. Thank you to my Patreons.